I think if Tim Burton was suddenly making the next Batman movie and he rang me up and asked me to play the Joker and fill Jack Nicholson's shoes, I wouldn't have done it, because it's, what's the point? He did it perfectly for what Tim was creating. But when Nolan called me, I'd already seen the world he'd created, and it was vastly different to Tim Burton's, and so therefore I knew that there was an opportunity for a fresh portrayal, you know, and it was very clear to me how he should be played. It didn't. I put a lot of work into it, but I knew where I wanted to end up.
The Dark Knight has captivated the world. Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker captivated everyone who worked with him on the Batman movie, long before his shocking death.
Now there's a Batman.
First of all, the Joker, just as an icon, is one of the great villains in literature. He's, you know, psychopathic, enigmatic, clever, diabolical, charming, funny, completely enjoyable to watch. One of those people you can't take your eyes off of. And it needed just an amazing actor to play him.
You could tell on the set, oozing charisma and menace. And
Why don't we cut you up into little pieces and feed you to your pooches? And then we'll see how loyal a hungry dog really is. It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
Acting with him or seeing him, I thought that something was going on that was remarkable.
What Heath's done with the character and making it his own is really phenomenal. And I felt that right from the beginning when we even first started doing, you know, wardrobe and makeup tests and things like that. You would see that Heath had constructed just a way of moving, a way of being with this character that was really something I'd never seen before. So for a long time now, you know, I've just been very excited to get the film finished and get it out so that people could see this extremely peculiar but extremely frightening and amazing and mesmerizing performance that he's given us.
I was hearing that a number of people were saying, hey, the movie shouldn't be released. And I just found that to be ridiculous. And I found it to be offensive. You know, this is not a personal journal or some kind of, you know, home video, which absolutely should be private and private alone and just for family's eyes only. This is his work. He put a lot of work into this. He did a damn good job. I sat there, I was opposite him. I sat with him when he was out of the Joker's costume, talking about it, you know, sharing his company, seeing and talking about what we were going to do, and seeing him as the Joker, completely immersed in it, staying in character the whole time. I love that. I love working with somebody who throws themselves into it that much. This is what he did. Let's celebrate his talent. Let's watch it, and let's stop talking about that it shouldn't be seen. He meant for this to be seen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're tonight's entertainment. Well, hello, beautiful. You look nervous.
I think it's very difficult to do what he did. I think even the greatest actors, it's very unusual to sort of hit that stride where you get to the place where you can do no wrong because you're that free. And I think that it's incredibly difficult to do that in a movie this big.
from the first first 5 minutes with him, you knew that he had tuned into some frequency, or he was doing something with it that was very, very special.
Where do we begin? A year ago, these cops and lawyers wouldn't dare cross any of you. I mean, what happened?
So what are you proposing?
It's simple. Kill the Batman. Here's my card.
He really seemed to relate to what I was talking about. He seemed to understand how this character could be extraordinarily frightening and fresh and different than anything that had been done before.
He worked incredibly hard on this. His emotion was absolute, you know. He was a very satisfying actor to work opposite. He didn't break character the whole time, you know, when he was in his makeup. As soon as he took it off, absolutely, it was Heath.
And between takes and he was a sweet guy. And we talked about all sorts of things.
It is remarkable what he did.
It was a joy, it was a pleasure, it was great company. I liked him very much, I miss him dearly. And tragic that this is, you know, his last complete movie, but, you know, a wonderful celebration of his talent.
He turned up on time, he knew the lines, completely committed, focused on the work. So, and what, you know, if you're going to leave, then I think, you know, be proud, leave, you know, leave with this. Good work.
And here we go.